It's got 2 million miles on it, but it's got 80,000 on the rebuild. So when I told Harmony I bought it, she said, "So you bought someone else's mistress."
Hey, you got one side. All right, guys, we're finishing up some U-bolts. Car trailer is wearing some tires. U-bolts might have drug it over some stuff. I don't know when. It wasn't me. It was probably Uncle Ivan. Gonna blame you, Uncle Ivan. My wife's Uncle Dustin. Old Dustin showed up, and he's got a project for us. I like the stickers on your truck, by the way. I like that.
I left everything that kind of resembled us.
Yeah. So this is Dustin.
Howdy.
I like your truck.
Thanks.
It's not gonna pull the bull wagon though.
Not yet.
What?
Right on the
I mean, they're pretty. We can move it to the belly. Oh boy. When I got pictures, Easton's like, "Hey, we found a truck. It's got car hauler. Clear off the front. Clear to here. You got the torch out.
Yep. We got the front off.
Front is out.
Dragging the hydraulic lines.
There's a lot of lines.
There's a
There's
pile
a
of
lot.
lines.
Lines everywhere. Valves, hoses. So are the hydraulics always on? Do you know? Is there a PTO?
No, there's a switch. There's a hydraulic tank. They put it on the back of the
fuel tank.
Right.
The
stacks aren't very good.
little.
We're gonna work on those. Oh. So this was just a good deal, right?
Pretty good deal. It's got 2 million miles on it, but it's got 80,000 on the rebuild.
Oh, slick.
And it's the same as my brother Doug's. It's Doug's 99.
99.
New paint job or just the guy just polished it?
I didn't realize they hooked this low, but they'd have to, I guess.
That's where they pivot right there.
That's crazy.
This thing has hauled some cars too. Look at all the rust on it.
Yeah.
Rails.
Where'd you drive it home from?
Uh,
I don't remember. It wasn't
yeah.
Colorado, was it?
No. We came from Sandy.
Up north.
Sandy, Utah.
Not too far.
Guy we bought it from is from Brazil.
Really?
And his wife, Easton, he told Easton everything that he did to it. And Easton said, "Well, why are you selling it then?" He says, "My wife."
Right?
Yep. I had to stop spending money on the mistress. So when I told Harmony I bought it, she said, "So you bought someone else's mistress."
Sometimes it works out that way.
Anyone that owns a truck knows you make a lot of money, but you spend a lot of money. So Easton's got most of the bolts out.
He does, yeah. Yep.
So it's bolted to the frame.
Well, this thing will go in the shop. It doesn't have stacks on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, those are the bolts he was talking about. Cut them off, but couldn't get them out. I think it's because they go through extra plates. So those are out. We've got 1, 2. That one's gonna be hard. 6 on each side. Everything else is out.
So is this just welded to this thing?
Looks like.
Yeah, and it needs to come off separate so it can go back on.
You just need that on.
We just need
We need
this
this
up
stuff.
there.
Yep.
But this will weld back on the frame, hold mud flaps, tail lights.
Gotcha.
And then we'll just work around that, then just move it up there,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Cut that out,
Just take it off, yeah.
which is lots of plasma cutting.
Shorten the hoses.
Pretty sweet old truck.
Or you could do
It's just like ours. Short hood, I believe. Pretty sexy truck. I'd like this headlights. I have to steal those. Flat tops do look pretty nice. So I think we're going to back it in the shop and try to get some bolts out and fire the plasma up, get that off. A couple hours worth of plasma cutting, right? That's
maybe
what
a little more.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe taking some tires off just for that one bolt that we can't get out.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like we should load something on. Have you loaded something on there? Set something up there and go drive
We could
around.
Drive the rock crawler up it. if it'll lower within about
Lower the
20
ramp
inches of
and
the ground.
send it. Just looks tempting is all. That's going to be a lot of work. Definitely doable, but lots of work. I don't know anything about these trucks, about the hydraulics. But we're going to find out. I guess if you want to back in, we'll do something. So you guys just seen me put a clutch in his truck, that purple Dodge. That was Dustin's truck. Him and my father-in-law had a business together. Both run cows. We do a lot together. It's pretty cool. He's getting his own truck, put Easton to work in it, and this is gonna be cool. Then if ours breaks down, we're gonna borrow his. So we want this kingpin off, fifth wheel. Hey, Grandpa's come to check on us. Look at that. We was hoping to cut this off. We can cut the tops easy, but the bottom's welded. So this whole back is gonna have to come off because I'm not crawling under there and cutting. Just too fat. So these hoses, I'm hoping we can cut a circle. I could see them from the front. You can't see them from the top. If we can cut around those and just pull them up out of the way, then I think the whole bottom is just gonna come off in one piece. Then we'll hang it from the crane or the backhoe or something and whittle at it some more. Okay, you guys in the time lapse may have seen Grandpa Mel walk in. So Dustin's dad, my wife's grandpa Mel, making some hinges. He's trying to hang a gate. Don't know where these came from, but we found a bunch of these old ones. And so we're gonna weld these on the ends to hang the gate off of. We'll put these through the posts out on our Sands place. So Dustin went with him to get a gate. Since I'm gonna be running the plasma for a while, I think Dustin is going to help him build a gate real quick.
Mel didn't come back to get his hinge, but Dustin's fixing a gate for him. Making you famous, Dustin.
All right.
Looks like you're about to get her.
I am. I can do farm welding. We'll leave the fancy stuff to you and Sean.
Fancy and farm is not that far apart. It's closer than you think. Yeah, that looks good.
It's obviously not cut all the way through or it would be sitting on the ground. It's not all the way. As much as I could get cut is cut. So we're gonna push down with the backhoe and see if we can force it. See, there's a lot less. Ready? Push on it. Hey, you got one side. There you go. Perfect. Sweet. Perfect. That's awesome. That thing's a pain in the butt. I was not convinced it was going to even come off that easy. But we left the lights on, at least so far. Got the hitch out of the way. That's progress. Well, that looks better. Not the prettiest, but better. So this is what we cut out from the bottom. So we've got hoses for days. I think we're going to undo some fittings.
Just pull them off. That whole thing right there needs to come
Just
out.
because, I mean, we don't have to, but...
Well, you need the plug up there.
But I think what we
And the
need
glad
is the
hands.
bolts. The bolts that are in it still are behind all these hoses.
Right.
And I think if we can get half of the hoses out, we could see the bolt heads that much better.
Yeah.
Those ones are out, but these ones all have hoses. There's got to be a couple bolts in there somewhere. Got 2 hydraulics and a power cord. Trying to get these air lines next, but we got clips. Then we can see bolts. The air can's moving, but it's galded It's aluminum.
Welded to the aluminum.
Try it. I did the trick for one of them.
Underneath
Where's?
this one right here.
Okay. Okay, try it. There you go.
Need a bigger hammer.
Don't force it. Just get a bigger hammer.
Bigger hammer.
We got all the front ones off. And now we just got the ones behind the tires. So we may be taking some tires off. Yeah.
We've resorted to pulling the tires off.
It's just going to be easier. This is more work, but then it'll be less work.
Hopefully, yeah.
Ever keep one of those?
I think it takes the vibration out of it. I think you only put them in 150 mile an hour and faster trucks.
Well, can we see them now?
There they are.
That was worth it. That was
That one's not even cut clear off.
right in the middle of the tire. I'm amazed he got it that good.
Yeah.
So we got two up there.
2, yep.
Okay.
Am I doing it right?
Yep.
That's every bolt out of there. It did lift up.
Oh, it's called.
You can see it under here. Pop. We're gonna put one tire back on and do the other side. Is that box hooked to this?
Yes. And I don't know how it's hooked up
Yeah,
in the
it's
front, but it's hooked
Folded
up
right there, and it's welded right there.
So we can cut that off on the bottom, the one under it.
and then just see what's going
Yeah,
on.
we can just
up
cut that
here
one
If it's
right
not
there.
raised.
You take those bolts out right there.
So that's all the bolts out. But this piece is staying, so. And then it comes off, right?
Should.
This is Easton,
Howdy.
state road employee. You have your flagger card on you?
No.
Just gotta mess with him. You're the reason we're in this dilemma, though, right?
Yes, he is.
He approved it.
Yes, he is.
He approved it.
It'll be worth it once time gets done with it.
Right? Should we drag race them?
Yeah.
Both Pete's?
This one gets up and goes.
Chain them together?
Want me to tap it a little? Going down.
Coming up at you. Yeah, that side's cut. If we can make this side look like that side, cut the exhaust off.
If you can make that side look like this side, we'll watch.
We'll see. And then we're about ready for a forklift. Unless you got better ideas of chaining it to a cottonwood tree or something.
I got a big tree out there. You just head up the driveway and
Get going.
jerk the front wheels in the air. That'd be awesome.
Someone that knows anything about these car haulers, if you want to comment and tell us what this pump is. We're planning on leaving it. We was just going to cut it free, but it's not mounted to the frame. And then we couldn't find power coming in. So surely that breaker. Do these just have 12-volt pumps?
Might be
And
24 volt.
or 24s? Because there's a regular PTO pump. There's lines, T's, valves. So it's looking like this went out and then they put a regular one on it. I don't know. This box is being pretty stubborn. It's rusted in there.
Got it.
clear free, isn't it? I believe we're calling it a night. It's been a long day, but this bed, you can see the big gap between the frame. It popped. We had floor jacks under it, beating on it, got it broke loose. So it's coming off tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be off probably by noon tomorrow.
That's the game plan.
Yeah.
Unless there's some snag that holds us up, I think it's getting it chained, get the sky track over the front, backhoe on the back, and we're going to convert this old flat top back to a 10-wheeler.
Into a road truck, yep.
Back to something useful, at least for cows, flatbeds, get used again.
Yeah, should be good.
Pretty good looking truck. Good deals are always worth it. They just take a little work. But she'll be a ripper.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm excited for in the morning. I love semis. Anything horsepower, diesel fuel. Semis are pretty sweet. I grew up hearing stories about dump trucks chipping with him and his brother. So I guess I've just always liked semis. But
I think we built 7 Kenworths from the ground up. The cabs got new frames under them. Out of wreck trucks, put airbag, Peterbilt suspension under them and Freightliner suspension.
they had the old torsion stuff.
Most of them had leaf springs.
Springs.
We put 400 Cummins in all of them, put 13 speeds in them, power steering.
Dave Spencer had his turned up.
They were all turned up.
They all blew smoke.
They were all turned up. we only had one that didn't have a Cummins, and it had a silver 92 Detroit.
What transmission?
13.
13s?
That thing would outrun every one of those 400s.
Really?
Everybody laughed at it until we got it out and started pulling it. That thing had tons of horsepower.
Really? Never been around them.
Everywhere you stopped, it left the oil puddle. It was a Detroit. It leaked oil. Yeah.
So I love semis. This is pretty fun. This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy. So when Dustin and Easton called, it's like, heck yeah, we'll make time. It's not winter. Heck, it feels like fall outside. T-shirt weather. So
yeah,
I guess right after Christmas, it's nothing better to do.
Right.
May as well work on this. So
do this.
see you guys in the morning. Dustin, he's pretending to be a coach this morning at the high school, trying to coach some high school girls, and so we're working on his truck without him, trying to get these hoses off. That ran something with this car hauler. There's just hoses everywhere. So I finally broke this one loose. Oh yeah, it's leaking. Got one. And I don't have any plugs. Do you have any plugs for hydraulic lines?
Maybe. What size fitting are they?
I'm thinking about just cutting the ends off and welding them, screwing them back on.
Are they just the cap?
So one of them is this. What if we just cut that, weld it, and screw it back on?
I might have one. We're gonna see.
Maybe he's got one. If he doesn't have one, Tyler might. But that would be the only place we would be finding one today. Is that weldable?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'll just put it
That will be all right. We're just trying to remember how many tips we burned through on the plasma. At least 2. There was... Felt like derby car days. Just thrashing. Can you weld a 1/2-inch hole up?
Yeah.
Make some circles. Dustin, this is going to be more expensive than just buying a cap, just so you know. Right?
Right.
Took an hour to weld that up. So we're getting ready to pull this truck out. We got it. We can just set it right on that trailer. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Because we were going to set it on his, but yeah, perfect. This is Rachel. She's Easton's favorite sister-in-law. She's the best. She's a redhead. We like redheads. The clutch we changed for Dustin. Didn't you knock it out of that clutch?
I don't know how to... yeah.
It's her fault. Aren't we blaming for the clutch going out of the purple truck?
She's the reason we don't have nice things.
Whatever. You're taking all the blame for everybody else. We're gonna get this hooked somehow. As long as the sleeper stays on the truck, we'll be in good shape.
Just lifting, or what are we doing?
You got your spurs on, right? Close. This needs to be. Okay. I think we're good.
That side's coming.
Yep. And it may not be cut clear too.
It's moving.
It may not be cut clear too.
There you go.
Truck's coming up. Bed's not yet. We didn't miss a fold anywhere, did we? That side's up, but I don't think this side is. That's about to lift the tires off. I think it's just
Wound up.
yeah, I think we just need to hit it hard.
Alright.
Frame, hammer. About need a mini X here to pop and pry and. What are you hitting back here, Easton? Let's just see if something pops.
There we go.
Okay, we're hitting the bolt now
Yep.
for the sleeper.
Yep.
Let's go hit the other side. Woo, maybe not. I was hopeful. The front popped loose, but the back hasn't yet. The one angle iron I didn't dare cut clear through because I'd cut the frame, so hopefully that's all it is. I didn't do it. We can knock that piece out. Yeah.
I'll come back a little.
Let me get the other side notched. I'm gonna stretch it. There's no pressure on that side. That we can cut it on an angle back.
Yeah, and it can slide.
Just cut it if it cuts the frame away from the other.
I cracked it. There we go. We didn't cut that angle on that other side, did we? As long as we go high enough, base through there. Hey, that's 50%. Woo!
Woo! Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, heads up. Hey! Hold on. Don't go higher. You want to roll backwards, Dustin? Just a little. A little more. A little more. Okay. Not hydraulic, right? Looks like hydraulic. Right underneath it. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna make it to Alton, but it went from one truck to this trailer. While it's hanging, it's easy, so. Don't strap it down, maybe we'll lose it on the way home. It's not going back. Okay, so that's obviously free, loaded, it's out of here. So before the truck comes back in, we got to get this plate cut off. While the plasma cutter's out, we're in that mode. So if we roll your forks in, can you just get under it?
Never straightened that pin.
Oh shoot.
That one won't slide.
Who bent that?
I did.
Gosh, dang it.
In the middle of the night.
I forgot about that. That's what I was thinking, just so we're up out of the dirt, trying to be lazy.
We might can slide one and get it narrow enough.
It's trying. Move some stuff. You see it's welded underneath right here.
Uh-huh.
So we could we could cut it easy and just leave this. But I wonder if we want that.
Is this all it holds it? Is those welds?
These welds.
This is welded all the way across the top too.
And the front.
So should we flip it over and kick all the dirt off? Well, we got air. We can blow it off.
This?
Just cut it right across there.
Yeah.
All the way around. Well, I'm walking up here to measure this old Freightliner I've got. We've been working on this Pete, and we're going to put a fifth wheel on it. And I just happen to have an old Freightliner that has a fifth wheel on it. And I'm going to go measure it and see how much angle iron I need to make the one he has work. There's the old tractor we drug in. We're going to get that thing fixed too. We know the motor runs. This is an old Freightliner that I ended up with several years ago. I just been robbing parts off of. That might even be a better hitch than the one he's got. I don't know. Let's see. This is kind of a cool old truck. It's got a big Detroit in it, automatic 10-speed, air ride. It's going to be a donor truck. We're going to build us a truck here soon. We're going to use this chassis for it. Anyway, I'll get this measured, see where we're at.
It's for sale. Harmony's buying.
Everything I got for sale, but the wife and the kids.
There you go.
That's the first time he's ever complimented me.
Oh no. I complimented you one other time. I just forgot
Trade
about
me
it.
to the Navajos for a damn rub.
All right.
It was probably a pretty nice rub.
Just sagging these.
State road.
Me?
Yeah,
There's days.
because there's 4 of us watching you work.
There's days.
We're just trying to make you feel as comfortable as possible.
Usually it was in the AC with the seat back, and
That lunch was 3 hours ago too.
yeah, right.
Popping?
That was a good sound. Is that where it was dragging the road because it was so low? Probably.
There's our fifth wheel. Looks pretty good. It's all cleaned up. Flat. Ground through the rust and the dirt. She's ready to weld again. Easton got us some paint. We're gonna put a magic can of black paint on it. Those bolts kind of hold that up, don't it? Mark it and cut it and then set it down. Is that 3-inch or 4-inch?
That's 4-inch.
4-inch by 3/8. Should be big enough. Should work. It's as big as what was on it. That'll hit too once it drops, won't it? It'll be almost right to it. And then we can mark some holes.
And then that one's probably going to have to be cut just a little.
1/4 inch or something.
Look at that.
That's some fantastic artwork.
That's a nice one. That's brand new.
What brand is that? Christmas present?
That's a Christmas present.
See, some of us get socks and things we need. Some people get markers. That's about where we're at for Christmas these days. Don't even have to grind that. Holy, look at that. Woo.
All right.
Good?
Yeah, try that.
We pretty much cleaned Terry's out. We got 12 of those. That's all he had. So then we got a couple of boxes. Easton says the truck, bolts of many colors.
The bolt of many colors.
The bolts of many colors truck. That's what we're going with. Because we're using what we could scrounge up. Lock nuts, some are fine thread, some are coarse. But my dad's got this plate on. And he's got the other, pretty much he's got to trim 2 holes. So these bolt holes go through cross members. So we figured grade 8s ought to go through the cross members. And we'll put 5s everywhere else. We had to take the tires off just for half the bolts, but at least they'll be tight. Okay? Well, we're to that point. Look at that rail truck. A little bit wider, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that centered? The kingpin? Or you gotta go back a hair?
It's a little far forward, but there's still 2 more notches that it can go back.
Oh, true. Can we put air to this and slide it?
The fitting's right there.
On the bottom or the side?
Right there.
There's no fitting in it.
Pushes those out. We might can just put an air hose.
So we could just put an air hose in it.
maybe you can just blow it.
I'll bet it's rusted in. We'd have to slam it though.
Everything else is not to slam. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's holding it. Now if it'll slide.
Where's the bar?
Our old Pete is centered. But this has 2 more notches. You good with vice grips? We're just gonna vice grip it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we're great. Yep. Yep.
It's a real truck almost.
Almost.
Look at that. Getting ahead of the game here. But that is square and welded, right?
So there,
To there.
that one, it's got a root pass on it. Let's put that one on the back. I'll weld that one down and we'll do the same on that one.
The 5th wheel's getting pretty close. So we're trying to get our glad hands electrical plugs for across the sleeper and exhaust mount.
This exhaust is done. Gooseneck's done.
Easton, we're waiting on you.
Electrical's never going to be done.
Electrical is extremely close. Definitely looks different than it did this morning when it pulled in here. Looks better.
That looks pretty sweet. It's not in the driveline.
Right.
Dustin hated this, so we had to put that on. Just to remind him of what miserable life used to be like. For a 2-day thrashing, that's a pretty good looking truck, though. How many guys were helping us today? There's probably 10 of us. It took a lot of hands. Once the roll, what did you call it? Roll bar?
The roll cage.
Once we got the roll cage off, it was a lot less hands on deck. But this morning, it was intense. 2 days to get the truck to where it's at. You happy with that, Easton?
I'm pleased.
We don't have another day, so I'm pleased that we're here. So yeah, when we put stacks on, we'll be back. Maybe send us a video hauling some cows with it, hooked on the trailer.
Well, the truck is done. Even sounds pretty good. Loose nut falls on. Oh yeah.
Well, Dustin and Easton are headed out. They're gonna come pick this up tomorrow. This truck's usable now. It went from strictly car hauler, which good deal, but serves us or Dustin. Doesn't serve anybody any use around here. So now it's usable, and he can put her to work.
Turned out pretty sweet too.
It really did. It for just having an idea, it fell right together. The fifth wheel, I was pretty unsure about the fifth wheel. I was like, man, just go spend some money. Go buy a fifth wheel. But you know what? It worked out.
It's going to work.
It's welded good, welded the bottoms, the sides. It's on there. Pretty fun build, really.
Yeah.
Dustin's family, Easton's family now. Before Easton was family, he lived in Hatch, grew up in Hatch. I used to plow snow to Hatch. I'd circle the block, pick him up. We've been friends for a long time. It's pretty fun hanging out with people you like, you work well with. It's been a pretty sweet couple of days, really.
Yeah. Pretty good. We had a lot of help here today, too, and it was great.
Yeah, Riley and everyone that was here. Rachel and Ross, whatever Rachel's boyfriend's name is. Sorry, buddy. I think it's Ross.
Yeah.
Pretty fun build. So we're going to get this truck out of here. He's going to get some stacks ordered. He didn't get them ordered because he wasn't sure. Didn't want them just sitting around getting beat up if we wasn't ready for them.
And some airbags. The airbags need changed.
Airbags, gearbox. We got a list of... This truck will be back. So we'll get some footage of them hauling cows in it, and we'll pull it out and call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Thanks for supporting us in these fun builds.
Got more coming.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming. So it's been a short year on YouTube. The year's over. It's been short for us. We got tons of subscribers, tons of comments, tons of views.
We've learned a lot. We're still learning.
Lots of emails, and we appreciate it. We're just some small hometown boys trying to figure it out, and thanks to your help, we're slowly, hopefully progressing.
I hope so.
Hopefully. Yeah. Thanks, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
And just like that, it's gone.